Welcome to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Owen Hayes. You're watching Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented to you by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Today is Sunday. It is the 26th of November, and we are creeping up on December. Kind of crazy. Think about that. We're going to be in 2024 in about a month. It's amazing how quickly time flies. It is, of course, duck season for me and kind of a lull in our fishing seasons here in Oregon and Washington, but certainly some opportunities that are out there. Later on in the show, we're going to check in with my good friend, Dave Manners. He's the owner-operator of Big Dave's Guided Service, as well as the Wilson River Lodge, which, you know, we don't talk nearly enough about. That place is awesome. If you're looking for a really good spot to take the family or just yourselves to go hang out for a weekend, look up that Wilson River Lodge. It's beautiful, right on the Wilson River. It's phenomenal. Anyway, we've already talked with Dave this morning, trying to make sure that we got good video, good audio, and you'd be surprised how outdoor conditions can actually affect how our Zoom calls and things go. So we're crossing our fingers that everything works correctly, but it was working okay this morning. We're going to find out how things in real time for him and what you might expect if you're going to head over towards the coast. First thing that I'll say, though, if you're here in the valley or over on the coast, because you're watching over there too until Mackay, be super careful. So there was several accidents on Highway 6, also on some of the other areas from what I understand. And we all know that Highway 6 can just be treacherous. I mean, there's a lot of people that I know that live on the coast simply because they don't want to have to go over that thing throughout the year, and especially in the wintertime. So pay attention if you are planning on going that way to your conditions, because it can, again, get really nasty out there. This upcoming segment, a couple of reminders I got to throw out there to you since the conditions are changing, and these are reminders that I really should have thrown out there yesterday, but thanks to Stuart from SNC Rod Racks for reminding me of that. We're going to have it. Also, we have plenty of time built into the show today to take some of your phone calls. It's the Terra Firma hotline. I think it'll be over here. It's 503-548-6777. Questions, comments, reports, we want to hear from you. This is the perfect time to ask any of those questions that you may have had or any reports or anything that you'd like to share with others that are out there, because we do have some time broken down for that specifically today. So don't be shy. Also, we headed over to Les Schwab here just a week or so ago, because, you know, every year we got to give you your reminders on getting your, well, vehicle ready for changing conditions, and they are here. Ice, snow, freezing rain, whatever it might be. It's the holidays. People are going to be traveling, and if you're like me, you're going to be going from one side of the state to the other, chasing birds around, or for you, maybe fish around. You need to have everything ready to go before you get on the freeways, from chains to socks. And no, I'm not talking about these kind of socks. So there's certainly some things we're going to cover there. Just a quick segment with the folks from Les Schwab, so pay attention to that. Today, though, is the Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week. And this was it's a question that we've gotten over the years several times. And I know that I've addressed it a handful of times over the years. I know at least once. But how to flip your braided line on your reel, okay? Now, it's not just as easy as reeling it onto another one and then reeling it back on, right? It's a process to get one reel, that line, flipped over, right? So we're going to talk about that. Obviously, there's some multiple ways that you can do it. If you're not going to go from one reel to the next and call that flipped, if you want to have it on your, maybe it's your primary reel, maybe you got one line counter and you want to make sure that that line is fresh, it's a simple way to do it. It doesn't take all that long, but it is a little bit of a process, so we'll cover that in that Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week. So don't be shy. Along with that, if you have questions, we can try to address that as well when you're referring to that in that Tech Tip today. So certainly some options there. Then, for all of you that have been sending photos in, and there's been a whole bunch of you, have we been running short on photos, Ryan, or we got lots of them? And what's the story there? Okay, I can't hear him, so I don't know. I know we got a bunch of them to show today. We've got 6 that have come in from here recently. We're going to be showing you, so pay attention. We're going to have some of those photos. Well, as a matter of fact, let's do it now. We got nothing to slow us down. Of course, we're going to have river levels and stuff here in a little bit, but let's show some fun photos. And that won't be me. I can promise you, I'm not going clamming, but whoever this was that sent that in, thank you. It's been really, really good here recently. Play the tides, right? But it's been really good. There's been some days that folks that are heading out, it's minutes, and they're getting their limits of clams depending on where it is that you're going to go. This is Dwayne from Long Beach, which is obviously a very, very popular area to go clamming. And listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a huge fan of razor clams. I have eaten them a few times, and I can tell you that if they're done correctly, they're phenomenal. But if you don't do it correctly, I'd rather just have some Dungeness crab. Anyway, Dwayne, thanks for sending that in. Congrats on that. I honestly wish that was my buck. That is a really, really nice one. And for a first buck, Cindy, congratulations on that blacktail. What a beautiful, is that a blacktail? Certainly looks like one. Anyway, Cindy, well done. Congratulations. What a dandy. That's a true trophy and deliciousness all at the same time. First crabs of the season. This is Bill. Yesterday, after having Bill Monroe Jr. on, talking about clamming down there in the lower Columbia, ultimately, they did finish their limit off, so the crabbing was extremely good. But I will say that he said that wind came up so bad that it took a while for a 26-foot sled with 350 horses underneath him in a racing motor, by the way. Took him a while to get back in. So you got to pay attention to your conditions if you go out there. Make sure wherever you go, it doesn't matter if it's a lower Columbia or a bay, that you really pay attention to your conditions. Make sure that your boat and yourself, the captain, is able to deal with those. And remember this, it's easier just to keep the boat on the trailer and don't push your luck to make some groceries, really, in the end. But well done, Bill. Thanks for sending that in. I'm going to have to somehow, some way, finagle some crabs for Eva. She's going to kill me. Green Peter memories. Let's just hope, Lenny, that's not over with in our lifetime. They're certainly trying to make it impossible to do that ever again in Green Peter. I don't want to get sidetracked with that story again, but that is so depressing to even think about. But great photo. And look, the barbecue's right there in the background. That's why we do it, people. I mean, we all want to have fun and have great memories and get good photos, and for this lucky individual, this is Phil from Eastern Oregon, there's a trophy that he's going to put on the wall. But for 99% of us, it's all about what we're putting in our freezer and what we're able to feed our family, because it's delicious. It's perfect. There isn't anything weird in it, and trust me, there's a lot of weird stuff in food these days, believe it or not, but not in that elk. Nice bowl, man. Congratulations. I can't tell if that was a rifle hunt or not. Thanksgiving, oh man, I'm jealous. That's one of my favorite days to hunt, is on Thanksgiving. Used to be on Christmas too. We won't get into that one. But Thanksgiving hunt, very, very good shoot right there. A bunch of mallards, and looks like some widgeon mixed in there as well. So certainly a great holiday. And then they went, of course, and probably had some duck or whatever along with their turkey. A turducken. It's a thing. I've never had one. I wonder if that's actually as good as they say it is. I wouldn't doubt that it is. Anyway, all right, let's cut to a break. When we come back, we're forgot though. This is how you send your photos in. It's the Fox 12 app, easy to do. There's several ways to do it, but this is the easiest way. Our Facebook page is one. You can go to our Facebook page. You can find us under pages, hit like, and become a fan of our page. We'd love it if you were there. But this is by far the easiest way. Download that app, find GPS, and it'll tell you exactly how to download photos and video. We love the videos. Doesn't have to be too fancy. Could be action video, could be success video, hero shots. We don't care. Just changes things up. It gives us some great content. You get to show yourself off, right? So it's easily a ton of fun. All right, we're going to come back with our field report. This one will be simple. With the conditions that we have out there, river levels, we're going to go right by, but we're going to check in with Katie. That's going to be the meat of it. Find out what this weather is really going to do going forward, and a couple of reminders that you absolutely have to pay attention to with the conditions, how they have changed to this point. We'll be right back.